Paige,
Jim.
how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Fantastic. Today, I want to talk to you about, in a shocking turn of events, I want to talk to you about a scam.
No way.
I
There are a
know.
few out there.
So this one, I actually think this is another one of those pretty creative. I like to give kudos where it's due. This is another creative one where criminals are targeting people, and they're basically targeting you on behalf of your neighbors, which is pretty slick because technically you could be anywhere in the world and still pull this off. So what they
Okay.
do is they basically, you can get mailing lists, you can just jump online, you can find them anywhere where people's names, phone numbers, addresses, all of that stuff. Well, what they do is they send you a text message as though they're one of your neighbors asking you about an issue that they're having in the neighborhood. So you get a text and they go, "Hey, this is Bill Smith over on, Acme Lane," or it doesn't really matter
Okay.
what it is because they can figure out a street based on your address. Just go on Google Maps and get an address right around your street. So if you live on, XYZ Street, you live on 3rd Street, they send you a message saying that they live on 4th Street with the expectation that you're not going to know everybody that lives on 4th Street.
Right.
So, but obviously they must be your neighbor. They must know you. So when they send you a message, they say, "Hey, sorry to bother you. This is Bill Smith. I'm over on 3rd Street. Have you noticed recently a lot of noise coming somewhere between our 2 streets?" And so if you don't respond, they then follow up with more stuff like, "It sounds like it could be construction, but I'm hearing it at all hours of the day. This morning I heard it at like 5 a.m. Are you dealing with this as well?" And the hope is to get you to respond. And if you do respond, then it moves into the same type of scam of all the other ones where they get you engaged and now they start talking to you. And these become long cons where that first one, that's the end of it. Then a week later, they might post a message, "Hey, we just found a dog. It's gray. It doesn't have any tags on it. It's a poodle. Do you know anybody in the neighborhood?" So they start getting this thing to where you start having a rapport with them. And so none of them are designed for an immediate hit. They're all designed around trying to get you to trust that they're your neighbor and they live in your neighborhood. And then from there, they'll then, talk about like, they'll start looking for events that are happening. "Hey, by the way, are you going to this thing? Are you doing this thing in the neighborhood?" Just building that rapport with the hope that you'll then get comfortable. After several of those, then they'll start sending out, like, they'll send you a link. "Hey, did you see this event coming up? Check out this link." And if you click on the link, it'll take you to a site. Now, sometimes the first one they send you to or the first couple are actually legitimate. So it builds on the now I'm trusting the links. And then at some point, they're either going to start sending like a coupon to Facebook or to Amazon or some sort of coupon to legitimate organizations where when you click it, you have to log into those places to access the coupon. And then they're getting, credentials or stealing that type of thing. Or then they try to start building a relationship with you. If you start to really talk to them, then they want to, establish like, "Oh, we should, meet at some point." Of course, they're never going to be available to meet you. Something always comes
Uh-huh.
up, but they're trying to then get you to, "Oh my God, my car broke down. I need money." It builds into whatever. The ones that are most scary are the ones where they have links, where there's login credentials, or where there's things where it'll end up having you install either apps on your phone or software on your computer. And again, everybody goes, "Oh, I'll never fall for this." Maybe you will, maybe you won't. I guarantee you other loved ones will. Um, yeah.
That okay. Where credit is, when you talk about these scams, the fact that they are shifting towards the long con
Uh,
is wild. Do you think that this has to do with just the advancements of software, like crime as a service, and that it's no longer just kind of the blast where you hope to get the 1%, 2% that fall for it. You actually have the software to be able to maintain these relationships, whether they're using AI or whatever.
Absolutely. And it comes down to this. Like, if you think about it, these criminals, they're generally groups. It's not one person almost ever anymore. It's normally these farms. And these farms, if you've got 100 employees, if you will, working in this farm, it doesn't matter if they're trying to get the quick hit or if it takes long. Either way, they're at the desk every day doing the job. So
Mhm.
if they're putting people on the hook, they just keep, all they have to do is send a message out once every week. Well, they can put a little tickler on their thing through the software you're talking about. And a lot of it's even automated where they don't even have to, they can put in the same message and say, send this out to 1,000 people, because once they've established the first message where
Mhm.
they're in the location of the neighborhood or whatever, from that point on, they can go ahead and make it all automated. And they can also do things where they can use, Google to pick up different phone numbers. So I can get an area code that's in your area code, and those are free. You can jump on Google and get a free phone number, and you can text with those phone numbers just as easily as you can send any, call through them as well.
So, I mean, really, seeing is no longer believing. Getting a text message is no longer believing. It's really hard, I think, for everybody now when you get a text from a random number that is even legitimate.
Yeah. Even
Because
when they know you, know your neighborhood, know things that are like, know what your house looks like, know names of neighbors that live around you,
right,
all of it is online. All of it.
exactly. But at the same time, okay, your guard is super up, but then they know your neighborhood. Then they know the people around you. Then they know what's going on. Well, your guard
Yeah.
is now down because they've checked all these boxes to say, okay, I'm legitimate. Oh, this is I'm really glad we're talking about this one because these text messages now are like, "Hey, are you up?" or these just random text messages and then you respond, but then these that actually are tailored to your neighborhood and you want to
Yeah.
be a good neighbor, you want to be helpful. Sounds like
It's a problem.
you know what I would say is, "What's your house number? I'll come out front. I work from home. I'll come talk to you in person."
I mean, that's the best thing you could do. Like, I'll come over and then now, of course, the criminal's gonna go, "Oh, sorry, I'm at work right now." I mean,
Okay.
there's always an excuse. "Oh, I'm going out of town tomorrow. I'm going out of town this
Yeah.
afternoon." So, yeah, just, if the criminal's any good, they'll always have an excuse why you'll never be able to meet.
And you'll believe it because it just fits into the narrative. So, I'm really glad we're talking about this. So, thanks as always, Jim.
You bet. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Bye.